Look, it's no secret that Republicans have a diversity of views about the wisdom of borrowing hundreds of billions more to send out more non-targeted money.
Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. How are y'all doing today? I hope you're having a great Wednesday so far, and this is your news report and second stimulus check update for Wednesday, December 30th. Everybody tell me in the comments down below. Do you prefer the $600 or $2,000 stimulus payments? Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. And do you think that Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell should pass the $2,000 stimulus checks to Americans? Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. And before we get into the video, be sure to subscribe to my channel and click the notifications bell. On this channel, I always provide you with the most up-to-date and reliable stimulus check information.
Close. But above and beyond that discussion, the Democratic leaders have broken from what President Trump proposed. They quietly changed this proposal in an attempt to let wealthy households suck up even more money. If specific struggling households need still more help after the huge historic package that was just signed into law 4 days ago has taken effect, then what they will need is smart, targeted aid, not another fire hose of borrowed money that encompasses other people who are doing just fine. So in my view, colleagues like Senator Cornyn and Senator Toomey have pointed this out persuasively. But more broadly, here's the deal. The Senate is not going to split apart the three issues that President
days, but with all of those combined, that would have a really hard time to become law. Democrats and some Republicans would certainly oppose that. Democrats have been blasting McConnell all day, saying he is essentially killing these $2,000 checks by wrapping all of these issues together. They say that the only way to actually get this done is for the Senate to vote on the bill that the House already passed. We heard from Speaker Pelosi earlier today. Here's what she had to say about Senate Republicans and Majority Leader McConnell. Let's watch.
In blocking it, they are in denial of the hardship that the American people are experiencing now, health-wise, financially, in every way. Their lives and livelihood, in many cases, are on the brink. So they're in denial of that need.
So another issue in play here.
Pelosi also told reporters their lives and livelihood in many cases are on the brink. So they're in denial of that need and denying this benefit. I do hope that in the days ahead, we only have a few days left in this session, that they will see the light and understand the country is suffering. Democrats have sought to squeeze the Republicans in both chambers, and Trump last week blindsided lawmakers by penning the recent package, which was passed by both chambers of Congress and included $600 stimulus checks, and demanding Congress send him legislation to give Americans making $75,000 and under a check for $2,000.
Checks in exchange for repealing Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act and creating a commission to study election fraud. Is there any appetite for this on Capitol Hill at all?
There's certainly no appetite among Democrats. Most of them oppose the inclusion of the Election Commission and the technology repeal. So that means they'd certainly, vote against the broader measure here. McConnell has sort of set the stage by packaging these things together along with the liability protection.
And according to Fox Business, Mitch McConnell introduced his own bill on $2,000 stimulus checks. McConnell said, "Those are the three important subjects the president has linked together. This week, the Senate will begin a process to bring these priorities into focus." During this process, the president highlighted three additional issues of national significance he would like to see Congress tackle together. McConnell gave a list of the president's grievances about the amount of stimulus payment, Section 230, and the presidential election. What McConnell's bill could do, however, is allow GOP senators who want to be able to say they voted for $2,000 checks, to do so while protecting priorities of the majority of his caucus, which has previously opposed the checks. Senator David Perdue, one of the Republicans who has said he supports $2,000 checks and is also in a fierce runoff race, said on Fox and Friends that he supports the McConnell bill. Everybody tell me in the comments down below, will our politicians pass the $2,000 stimulus check and Mitch McConnell's stimulus bill? Leave a comment down below saying yes or no.
And even though some of the Republicans in his own caucus are in favor of these $2,000, direct payments to the American people, this could lead to a showdown on the Senate floor come Friday. We already saw people like Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer come out.
Thousands and thousands of dollars in back rent, and they face eviction. We're looking at millions of people who cannot afford to go to the doctor in the middle of the worst public health crisis in modern American history. We're looking at families all across this country who do not have the money to adequately feed their children, and hunger in America today.
The payments ought to be more targeted to, for example, those who have suffered job loss or have been affected economically more significantly by the coronavirus or coronavirus-related shutdowns. So I don't expect to see this particular provision make its way out of the Senate. I do think it's going to get some Senate Republican support. I think it'll get some Senate Democratic support, but I don't think that the entirety of votes necessary to get this across the finish line will be there. Mitch McConnell has said as much, that he's going to consider the legislation, but he did not promise, notably, to actually bring the legislation up for a vote because he doesn't think that a majority of support is there from the Republicans in the Senate for this increase.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to monitor, something we will do in the coming days. Well, we talked about the number of what will be on those stimulus dollars, but let's talk about the timeline now. When exactly can people expect to see those checks?
Well, it should be a relatively quick process because we already have the systems in place at the Internal Revenue Service at the federal level to distribute these checks. Remember, we did have one round of these back with the initial coronavirus relief legislation. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin has said that we should expect things to start getting underway 7 to 10 days after the...
I hope you're having a great Wednesday so far, and this is your news report and second stimulus check update for Wednesday, December 30th. According to Fox News, Mitch McConnell introduces his own bill on $2,000 stimulus checks. The Senate Majority Leader on Tuesday introduced his own version of a bill to increase the $600 stimulus checks from the relief package to $2,000, but it also included two other major priorities for Trump. And according to The Hill, Speaker Pelosi presses McConnell to allow the vote on the bill for $2,000 stimulus checks. Nancy Pelosi on Wednesday pressed Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell to allow the upper chamber to vote on a House-passed bill that would send the stimulus checks of up to $2,000 to most Americans. Everybody tell me in the comments down below. Do you prefer the $600 or $2,000 stimulus payments? Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. And do you think that Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell should pass the $2,000 stimulus checks to Americans? Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. And before we get into the video, be sure to subscribe to my channel and click the notifications bell.